Hey guys, sorry, I have to figure out how to orientate this. There you go. Today I'm going to bring you a RWBY Volume 1, review. Now, right now, Volume 7's out, so, I'm going to be doing Volumes 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 at some point as well. The reason why I'm starting at Volume 1 is since, even though it's, 7 years old now, some people have seen it, some haven't, so even though I probably shouldn't need a spoiler alert, there will be spoilers in this. So first off, the first 8 episodes of Volume 1 is character introductions, how their attitudes are when it comes to fighting is a lot of their landing strategy. And then the second half is more of the aftermath and with some little short, couple episodes at a time that introduce you to some new characters and have some character development. So let's talk about the characters of RWBY Volume 1. The first episode is obviously about Ruby Rose, the main character of the series, I should say. Now it basically shows how she gets in the beacon with beating up thugs who tried to rob a dust shop. And then she fought alongside a huntress whose name is Glinda, who is the right-hand woman of the headmaster, Ozpin. Now, I don't know if you can hear the music, you're leaning right against the TV, but yeah. So that's basically what the first episode was. She gets granted permission to go into Beacon and all that other fun stuff. The second and third episodes are introducing you to the rest of the characters. Blake, Weiss. You can kind of count Yang, even though she was introduced in the first episode. And Jean, Nora, Ren, everybody. Then chapters 4, 5, 6, and 7 is basically the formation of teams and a little foreshadowing of who's going to be on whose team, as well as who's not going to be on whose team. When it hits chapter 8, that's when you kind of get to the very fun part of the volume. That's kind of what makes or breaks RWBY for most people. Now, this isn't actually going to be super spoiler heavy because I want those of you who haven't watched it to actually go watch it. But the Emerald Forest is the kind of the centerpiece for like 3 or 4 episodes. And during those episodes are the pairing ups of the 2 people together, and then from there the 4 people are then put together afterwards. And Team RWBY and Team Juniper are the 2 teams from the main 8 characters. Now RWBY, Weiss, Blake, and Yang are on one. Jean, Kira, Ren, and Nora are on the other. Now, you learn a lot about the other characters in later volumes, and I'll cover those when I go to those volumes. But, yeah, so the first 8 episodes are introduction to the characters, and some of the other ones is more how they act and all that, and, a little bit of foreshadowings here and there of who's going to be on whose team, and a few little things that you catch when you watch it the first couple times, and then, you kind of find differences. I'm going to challenge you guys to do that on your own. I'm not going to point them out for you. And then we move to the second half, where there's a few episodes that are centered around Jean and his development a little bit. Then after that, there's a little stint where a character named Penny gets introduced, and there's a little bit of interaction between her and RWBY. She's in for a few episodes as well, and then we get a little bit of Blake's and a small bit of Weiss's pass in a few episodes that kind of make them clash for a little bit and kind of cause a few other events to unfold. During the episodes where you kind of get a little more of Blake and Weiss, you also get to see Roman Tortwick, and Roman's the main bad guy throughout the first volume. He is kind of a little bit of a villain in the season, or Volume 2, but not as much as he is in Volume 1, and he plays a very minor part in Volume 3. That's as much as I'm going to tell you as far as his character is concerned. You're going to have to watch the series to learn if you haven't already watched it. But Roman is the main bad guy, with Cinder being the one that pulls his strings, more or less. So what you learn kind of throughout the episodes 9 through, I think it's 12 or 13 or something like that. I don't know the exact number. I think it's like somewhere between 13 and 16. Is it's a lot more about Blake and Weiss, and you kind of get a little bit of Sun, who is from a different kingdom, who comes in on a ship in about an episode either 10 or 11. I forgot which one it was. And I might be wrong entirely, but you know, hard to keep track of all the timelines and stuff. When I do videos like this, by the way, I do prefer using the camera instead of that capture thing that I use for like NFL stuff. Tell me if you guys prefer me to do this or for like these type of reviews, or if you rather me do the other style and have like a picture of it in the background while I'm talking. It's up to you guys. So what do I think of Volume 1? Obviously, you have to kind of watch it to get all the characters down. There are a few episodes that are a little pointless to be in there, as are most shows. But I feel like if you're going to watch Volume 1, you have to watch all the episodes, even if there's a few that have some pointlessness to them, in my opinion. It's a great show. There's a lot of good music in the entirety of Volumes, but Volume 1 has the best intro, unanimously almost. With Volume 5 and 6 kind of being the ones that are kind of competing with it for most people. Star rating? 4.5 out of 5, for sure. What do I give it in terms of rating? Normally, I'd probably give it a 95 out of 100, probably. There's a few things here and there that, you know, animation or something like that isn't right for some people, and I kind of put that into my reviews. There are a few things that are kind of weird when you look at them and actually think about them for a little bit. For the most part, RWBY is a very enjoyable show all the way up to this point. Volume 1, if you're going to watch it, you go to Rooster Teeth on YouTube, and you can actually watch the entirety of Volume 1 in less than an hour and a half, 2 hours, something like that. I forgot the exact amount of time, but it's not that long at all. I think the max amount it might be is like, you know, an hour and 30. But here, let me actually show you guys on my phone that I use to actually call people exactly how long it is, so you guys can maybe decide to go watch it. Sorry, I don't normally talk when I type, so it's kind of weird that I'm on camera to do it. So you go to RWBY and see it's a whole hour and 51 minutes long, as you can see right there. So if you guys ever want to watch RWBY, you can watch the entirety of the first volume in less than 2 hours, about as long as most movies are. And next week I might be pulling out RWBY Volume 2, maybe sooner, maybe later, but I wanted to put Volume 1 review out before anything else. And I gave you guys my predictions for Volume 7 a while ago. I never got the follow-up video recorded, and every time I thought about doing it, something would come up. But I did hope you guys enjoyed this review. If you liked it, hit the like button. Comment down below any other types of reviews you want me to do. If you don't like it, that's cool. Your opinion. You also suck for not liking my videos, because most of the time, I'll be honest, I think most dislikes are just, oh, let me click on this dislike and then leave. That's typically what I think. Which I might have a video about like and dislike ratios at some point. I keep wanting to record it, and once again, life gets in the way. But for those of you who dislike it, that's your opinion. For those who like it, I appreciate it. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.